Hello everyone, Rich here. You're probably all familiar with speed test utilities for your network speed, as in your internet connectivity speed, like speedtest.net. Everyone has used that at one point or another, probably. Another one is pingtest.net. If you haven't seen that one, you might want to check that out as well. But that only checks your network address versus the rest of the internet to see how your speed is. Well, how do you check a website's speed? You obviously do not own that IP address, it's hosted somewhere else. Well, watchmouse.com is actually a pretty good site for that. You can check the performance of any website, and also it's a good utility to see if certain websites are blocked in certain countries or not. If you go to watchmouse.com, scroll all the way to the bottom, and under Tools, there's one called Ping. Now all you have to do is punch in your any .com, .net, .org, .egg, .muffin, .bacon, .eggs, .whatever, and hit start. And then it checks all these countries, there are stations there, to see if there is a ping reply or not, and how fast or slow it was, and the IP returned and all that other jazz. So I'm going to show you 3 websites here and show you what happens. So we'll start with PCMech. Okay. Now I've done this before. You would ordinarily see a loading screen, but it is okay across the board. You will sometimes see monitoring station temporarily not available. That does not mean the site is blocked in that country, because like it says Amsterdam, Netherlands here, but you'll see that this one actually said okay, and it's in the Netherlands, so we know PCMech is available in that country, which is good. And there's for some reason on this particular site, most of the Amsterdam stations are for whatever reason, but we don't have to pay attention to that because at least one of them works, and that's good. So let's try YouTube. Type that right. And I loaded this one up before too. Now there's actually a few more of them that show not available, notably the ones in China. Now 2 of them show not available, but one of them, that being, it's right there it is, Hong Kong, is okay. So that one's okay, but the ones that are in the mainland, which is Shanghai and Beijing, nope. Now, I don't know if they're still blocking YouTube in the PRC, the People's Republic of China. They might be. Not sure, though. Now let's try a site that's blocked in a whole bunch of places. The Pirate Bay. Now, I have to put a disclaimer on this. Don't download illegal software. Don't download illegal files. Be a good doobie and pay for all your software. There, okay, I said it. So anyway, as you can see here, a whole bunch of locations show packets lost 100%. Usually when you see 100%, that means the site's blocked. Big time. Now what's funny about this is that it shows a bunch of USA locations that are show it as blocked. Now that's not universally true. Put that a different way. That doesn't mean that the site is blocked universally across the United States. It means that whatever data pipe these happen to be using, they happen to be blocked on that pipe. But it doesn't mean that the ISP you use may block it. I can't really put it any more plain than that. It's tough to describe, but just because this site says it's a packet loss of 100% does not mean that's universally true across the entire country. Unless you're in China, because there's the Project Golden Shield, which is they jokingly call the Great Firewall of China. So when it says packet loss over there, well, yes, that's a for real thing. But in the United States, it can depend, and the same thing applies to Canadian network stations here too. Anyway, the point is that you can check a site's. Let me just hit the back button here. Go back to the other one. You can check a site's performance to see the minimum, the average, and the maximum, the IP that replied back. Now you'll notice on sites like, actually, hold on, let me go to YouTube again. I think that's one I was just on. Okay, it's rechecking it actually. Now you notice that YouTube actually shoots back a whole bunch of different IPs because Google is huge and Google owns YouTube, obviously. Um, Depending on location, because of Google's scope and size, they can deliver content from a whole ton of different IPs. But that's not going to be universally correct on all websites either, because PCMech, for example, always serves from the pair.com IP. That's who hosts PCMech, is pair.com, of this IP that you see here. And that's the way it works, because we're obviously not Google, so we don't have a bunch of servers all over the world like Google does. So anyway, that's that. There is one other last thing I'll show here. There's also check website. In addition to ping, if you happen to operate your own website, this actually gives a little more information and some nice charts. It's a little better than the regular ping, so if you want to check this out, you can. So, for example, if I do PCMech again, see how it jumps up all this stuff here. It's a little more, I guess you could say, human friendly, because you've got the nice little chart here, and it separates things out into rows a little nicer, and so on. So, watchmouse.com, scroll to the bottom, check out ping, and check out check website if you have your own website. Good thing to have in your bookmarks.